Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ESL's Overwatch King of the Hill. My name is TJ. I'm joined by That's Admirable, and we're about to get into the final match of the day. This will determine the king. It's Complexity versus Team Liquid.
Yep, $1,000 up for grabs and get to return as the king for another chance at $1,000 every time you stay the king or become the king. 1,000 in your pocket for the team. So cash up for grabs and potentially a lot more. So a fair bit on the line here, I'd say.
Yeah, a bit. And of course, they both have had pretty good games so far today. Liquid's was really close. Sody Pop surprised, I think, all of us with how well they played going into that match, coming down to the very last map.
Yeah.
You know, that very last control point. You know, Complexity seemed like they had a little bit of a better time. They lost that first map, but it was on Route 66. You know, we forgive them. But then they did take 3 maps right after that. So they won 3-1. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket today. Of course, just what we talked about. And, you know, we can't stress it home enough. Getting that initial king is so important because this is probably the hardest the bracket's ever going to get with the 4 invited teams. In the week's future, it's going to be 1 invited team versus 1 open team, and the winner of that faces the king. So getting that start, getting that boost right at the beginning, super crucial. Yeah,
I mean, to give you kind of an idea of where it's at, too, I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, in the Overwatch open standings, where the teams sit in points in terms of the not qualified teams, Complexity was 1st in points, Liquid was 3rd in points, Sody Pop was 4th in points, and Selfless was 6th in points on that. And despite that, still quite a significant disparity, I'd say, between Sody Pop and Selfless versus Complexity and Liquid. But a lot of talent for North America being shown in this particular event. So I'm in total agreement. I think this is about as hard as the bracket's going to get.
Yeah. And so talking about that next matchup, Complexity versus Team Liquid. Team Liquid, they started off slow. You know, that was the big thing with them. But once they warmed up, they seemed almost unstoppable.
Yeah.
Complexity, you know, Selfless just sort of, it seemed like Selfless was the one who slowed down, and Complexity just sort of had to, you know, keep that status quo. So going into this first match, I think momentum's going to play a big part. You know, Team Liquid's warmed up. Complexity's been sitting on the sidelines. Team Liquid takes that first map. I think Team Liquid takes it all the way.
Yeah, something that was really interesting to me was when Waz started getting put on McCree, that's when Liquid started finding a little bit more success. And again, that's the 6th slot that they've kind of been messing with. They had Kefri in there for a while, who would sometimes even play Widowmaker. Very strong Widowmaker as well. So it was a much different style, I think, than they were used to using. And so Waz, you know, kind of swapping back and forth between positions, had him playing some characters maybe not as comfortable with. But once on McCree, that's where Liquid started turning that series around versus Sody Pop. So I think that might be sort of the fit they're looking for Waz.
Yeah, and you know, he would play McCree when they were running non-Genji comps, because that duo of AZK and Waz has you know, been pretty good today. You know, AZK he's played McCree a couple games too when they are running that Genji comp, which Waz has, and he's had some clutch shots. He's had some good dead eyes. So we are going to jump into the first map. Of course, for the first 2 matches, it was default Route 66, but now this is the finals. So we're going to start on Hollywood, and Route 66 goes into the normal map pool that we've had for the rest of the day. So
something to note that's really interesting, I think, too, about AZK is that AZK is actually a McCree main. So putting Waz on McCree and having AZK end up playing something else is certainly a weird fit for them. And so right away, we're going to see them kind of go back to the standard here, where Waz is going to be on Reaper, AZK is going to be back on McCree here. And there's no way JKW is sticking on Bastion here. That's an impossibility. That's not going to happen.
There we go. I was like, wait a second, that's their tank player.
Yeah.
Well,
JKW
Bastion
almost
is a tank.
Sometimes. He almost exclusively plays Reinhardt, it seems like, in the games we've seen. Hardblue is going to be on Zarya this game. Always looking forward to the Hardblue play. I know he's been picking up a little bit. It seems like he's been picking up a little bit more Zarya since Zenyatta's been in the mix. Roadhog a little bit more controllable or manageable, I'd say, with the Discord being in the meta again, and then everything else kind of exactly where you picture it. Nicholas is going to be on Reaper this game, so this one's all about finding that initial big pick, which comes from big damage. Not so much on the flank. Oh, catches the Reinhardt there, but nice shield return here. But Joe Meister almost gets dropped, but AZK gets found. Mezrar dropping dangerously low at this point, and looking like he may go down. That's nice kill there from Torque on Minstrel. They'll find Mesrar as well. Waz drops Harblue.
Yeah,
Maybe something given here, but oh, I don't know. Torque gets dropped by ID, and Waz picks up another as well. Yep, make that 2. There's the beat drop. That beat drop may have been wasted there by Joe Meister. I'm not so sure about that one, TJ.
That was a little bit weird, and it looks like Team Liquid is going to be able to hold this point for now, and that's a pretty big deal. This point's actually usually kind of tough to hold, this first point on Hollywood. I mean, we've seen so much Hollywood in competitive Overwatch now that there's been quite a big variety of how fast and how slow this point gets taken. But Team Liquid does a good job on the initial defense. But now we're going to see a little bit more ultimates coming in.
They have no idea that Waz is up there either. Everyone's looking the wrong way.
Death Blossom.
Oh, is he going to be able to find this? There's the Death Blossom. That Graviton Surge is really the big deal there. AZK ends up picking up a couple kills. It's shut down when he goes for that Death Blossom. But either way, Team Liquid going to win this on the back of that big push there.
Yeah.
AZK was really the big damage output, I feel like, in that one. Shut up, Car. Nobody likes you. Yeah, Waz looked for that big Death Blossom, did end up activating it as well, but as soon as the team heard that, it was like they just all instantly turned and dropped Waz right afterwards. So good distraction there. Torque going for the Deadeye, trying to create some space there. There's a Graviton Surge. Gets pulled, and Torque picks up 2 more, and Harblue finds the 3rd.
Perfect timing.
The Hang is going to fall there. Waz is going to fall in the back line. Not long for this world is Minstrel. Clean take.
He waited for the shield to time out right as it did, right before the Graviton Surge was about to end. Pulled the trigger, boom, 2 kills. Complexity takes it.
Yep, that range is tough to deal with. That's like kind of the way you need to set up the McCree ultimate too. It's not something you can just use. It needs to be a combination. Mesrar gets dropped instantly. I don't think he expected that many people to be on the roof there.
Flashbang to the dome.
Yep.
It just gets taken out.
Wow, and everyone getting dropped here. AZK gets found. Hang is going to get dropped as well. Torque and crew going to move their way on top of the saloon here.
I mean, I talked about momentum right before this match started, and Team Liquid had it at the beginning, but now Complexity has taken Hollywood by storm, which is weird because it never rains in LA.
Now that being said, Hollywood it's very difficult to defend this particular stage of it. The first one, it's still pretty tough. This one is wide open to anyone's guess. The 3rd point, when it chokes in, JKW's looking for that ultimate. There's the Earth Shatter. Finds himself a little helpless robot. Trying to smack away here. Looks like ID's gonna get dropped. Living with no health. Not clipped yet either. ID's gonna live.
That's insane. Gonna get away. Pop that Graviton Surge.
ZK finds 2 more as well. Has Deadeye up. Oh,
pretty sick. All right, well, Deadeye's available, Transcendence available, now Dragon Blade available as we see Waz making his way to the front line. So Team Liquid does have the ultimates to be able to hold this next push.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is going to boil down to Harblue. Whether or not he uses that ultimate this time, I think it might be better saved, but if he finds the right moment, he's going to have to unleash it. But
yeah, I don't know. There's 0 ultimates to combo with it.
That's kind of the issue. Like that's wondering, is it better to save it? Should you look for a better spot? Waz finds himself shake, but not able to finish there. So he's going to hide in the back, and once again, there comes the Dragon Blade, looking for the right target.
He's already dead.
Yeah, can't really find much there. Gets caught in the Graviton. AZK and Mesrar doing the bulk of the work there. Hang finds that kill on Torque as well. Waz, Dragon Blade didn't do anything there. I think he maybe scraped someone's side of their arm.
Yeah, I think he chopped McCree's dead body in half, and that's about it.
It's like one of those infomercials where they're like, "Look how sharp the knife is."
Something that's already cut. All right, well, now Complexity does have a few ultimates available. We'll see, here comes the Deadeye.
Yeah, I'm trying to just isolate the targets on the roof so that way they have time to move this payload. Nice use from Torque there. He's going to go ahead and let it rip. Nothing to be found. Beat gets dropped from Complexity. Finds self-ID. It's going to get dropped, but Torque going to get return killed there as well. Joe Meister JKW doing the bulk of the work here to Hang, trying to find something, but Team Liquid just gets beat up. in that fight. Nice initiate from Complexity. Nice use of the ultimate there from Torque as well to keep them isolated on top of Saloon.
Yeah, I mean, it was really only a matter of time.
Nicholas gets found.
So they were able to pick that up.
Not able to find the kill, though. Oh, trying to find that pulse bomb spot. ID and Mesro get dropped. Some Harblu picking up some nice kills there.
Yeah, and we'll see if Complexity can ride this one through. 3 minutes left to get this payload pushed. And not really too much going on now. Harblu is going to go over to that Winston. He's going to have Primal Rage in just a moment here. That's going to create some chaos is what it's going to do. And Nicholas with the Tracer, that ability is definitely going to help him in the last push, but there's the Graviton Surge.
Yeah, not really much to be found there. So ends up expending it. Harblu gets dropped, AZK finding a kill, JKW returns, but pretty much stalemated, I think, at that point, other than the fact that ID no longer has Graviton Surge.
Oh, they're lining up nicely for that Earth Shatter, but he can't do it into the shield.
Wow, did you see that shield drop to try to bait it out? Then ended up using it anyway. Mesro gets dropped here, doesn't find the return Earth Shatter. Can Complexity capitalize on that? Harblu just jumped in.
Two dead.
Going Monkey. Oh, catches ID. ID gets pushed out there. It's actually almost beneficial. Does end up killing ID. Spot, and there's Transcendence.
The payload is still moving, and that's the important thing. Still two dead for Team Liquid. Can they get this capped?
Good form there. Stay alive for that much longer. Waz, though, is going to be the focus target. As soon as he finds himself in sight, Nicholas just trying to pour out damage. Find something. Around back. AZK to the flank. Nope. Team Liquid's going to
being
stuff
pushed
this.
off.
Yeah, they couldn't really find any more kills at that spot. They spent so much time on the payload that Liquid was able to just surround them and get a nice crossfire going.
Yeah, I don't know. Complexity is only going to have one more push. Quite a long way for them to come here to get to this last point.
And Liquid is loaded on offensive ultimates. The thing they don't have is a defensive one. So that's going to be...
I don't know. Deadeye can sometimes be a defensive ultimate.
Anything that kills people is technically defensive.
Defense is a good offense.
You know what I mean, TJ. JKW going to look for something here. Waz finds himself Harblu. That's a really rough spot. That is just free time.
I mean, you'd never expect them to be there. You're looking for that good Death Blossom, and I mean, if he's going to be right there,
that's just bad luck.
You can't react to that.
That's like a Hearthstone card hitting you for 8 when there's 6 minions on board.
Nobody knows
Ragnaros.
what that means, but it's great.
Oh, everyone's fallen victim.
Okay. Waz is waiting.
Torque trying to buy some time. He's looking for Waz. Can't find him. Torque ends up unleashing it. Doesn't find anything. Waz gets taken down. Thanks to the flashbang. Shake and Harblu pick up 2. Mesro on AZK. AZK find 2 as well. Torque still taking no damage here. Can he find the kill here? We're going to swap over to Nicholas and see where he's at. It does pick up that kill. Harblu gets dropped after a kill there.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be enough for Team Liquid to hold, as Complexity has a couple dead. They're not going to be able to make this back in time.
4 seconds left. That's going to do it. So Team Liquid holds to 2 points here.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Got on the point. Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah. AZK and Waz. AZK just pulling so much attention. Waz picking up 2 kills. Mesro gets another. Harblu trying to do what he can, but that's just pure desperation. Obviously, that's not going to work. Yeah. And Torque can't get it done. I mean, running into the line of fire of 6 enemies when you're just a little 200 HP guy with a pistol. Yep. Not going to work.
Not going to work, and, you know, not capping on Hollywood, that's a big deal. That's going to open up a lot of opportunity for Team Liquid to take this map. All they have to do is get there. That's all they have to do.
It's easier said than done, but yeah, that's it. That's all they have to do. And so we'll see what their plan of attack is going to be. Felt like Complexity had some really nice pushes put together.
Yeah.
But at the end, when it came into that funnel choke point, it's where you started to see just the composition not really function how they needed it to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to really engage when there's only one angle to really attack from.
Yeah. And
then right at the end, when they're looking for that high ground position and the flank from my mind is just completely slipped me at this point. With the Reaper on Reaper battle, when Waz run the Reaper battle, just like he was anticipating someone being there. It felt like
he knew. It felt like he knew that Harblu was coming up at the top. Yeah, a little bit weird because Harblu is sort of in that flex slot. You know, we've seen him play a lot of different stuff today. Now on the Zarya at the beginning here, and Nicholas is going to go over to that Reaper.
Yeah, really interesting. Honestly, I feel like Harblu's kind of on one of the weirdest spots where Roadhog was so powerful prior to the ultimate patch change. And that was like Harblu's bread and butter.
Yeah.
and suddenly that got changed. He wasn't able to just build to whole hog. I don't know, like 36 seconds or however long it took.
Yeah, exactly 36 seconds.
It just felt like whole hog was just a big cooldown rather than like an ultimate. Yeah, almost. And so we've seen him kind of all over the place. Yeah. In today's matches anyway.
All right, well, about to start here. Can Liquid get this? This is the finals of the ESL King of the Hill week #1 for Overwatch. We're gonna see if they can do it.
That guy's car is ruined now, just like peanut butter. Paint all over it afterwards.
Yeah,
he's gonna be
God.
pissed when he comes back.
If I came home and that thing was sprayed on my car, I actually wouldn't be too pissed. It's kind of funny.
Waz finding himself in the back line there, but that's a really well-protected little robot.
Yeah.
AZK gonna look for some kills here. Finding really up close damage, but able to actually get any drops here, so AZK gonna die. In the meantime, is Shake, Harblue, and Torek finish off the rest of this. Very clean hold. The first push here from Complexity.
Yeah. Team Liquid held, you know, about 2 pushes on this capture point here, so we'll see if Complexity is going to be able to do that as well.
McCree on Liquid side. Really interesting. I mean, Waz was doing really well on McCree. AZK, like, mains it.
I mean, it feels a little bit tough to use that early on. You kind of need that Genji to create that chaos in the back line.
Torek, doing a good job here. AZK and Joe Meister. Dragon Blade kills. There's a Dragon Blade from Torek. Boom! Finds himself a couple there. Oh, that's 3. Wow. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that.
Praise Dragon Blade.
Yeah, praise Dragon Blade indeed. Just the damage just poured onto the team. It felt like they were all caught like in that spot right before like the driveway, I guess I'd call it, where that guy's parked. I don't know. Yeah. I've never seen a parking space quite like that one.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. There's the Graviton Surge, but Beat gets dropped. Waz has Dragon Blade available. He's waiting for that Beat drop to fall off now. There we go. There's the Dragon Blade, hunting for kills. Is he going to find any, though? 24 HP, finds Joe Meister. Kills getting returned. ID picks up another. Yep, not really able to get the job done was Waz. Complexity looks like just going to clean it up on the back of Nicholas with that double on that Death Blossom. I'm not sure that Death Blossom was necessary, but it certainly held the point here for Complexity.
Yeah, there was about 4 members up for Liquid around the point right as Death Blossom came up. I mean, he did manage to pick up a few kills with it, but maybe better saved. I think it was sort of a panic mode.
Oh, Liquid went for a quick push here to try to catch the characters running back from spawn.
Yeah.
They were just short on that time.
And now they're caught in a little bit of a hard place here just because they have to make things happen. They almost take out Shake. They do take out Harblue and JKW. This might be the push that gets them the point.
Yep, ID's still alive too. See what's going on. Minstrel's in a really great spot though. No one's being able to find him or take him out. ID trying to get something going, and once again, it's just gonna get stuffed. I mean, the thing about it is once you run around back like that, I mean, how many times have you practiced an attack from the backside like that? Like catching the rotators would have won them that point. So I like the risk they took.
Just a little
once that fails, what do you do?
Yeah. Once that fails, everyone just runs out and tries to
there's the beat drop. Wow, fine Shake. And there we go. There's the return. Oh, Complexity's getting dumpstered on this side. AZK picks up 2. Mesrar with another ID. And let's make that 3 for AZK. And now, granted, that was a bit of a dump there on the ultimates, but I mean, they had to take that point or the game was going to end.
Yeah.
Ooh, AZK hiding out. I kind of like this.
Yeah, they take it, but now they're going to have a little bit less time here.
See those 2 that are sitting on that car right now? That's me when I play. Everyone else just runs forward. I'm like, all right, I'll stay here.
Are you bashing? If not, you're doing it wrong. I'd already be in turret mode.
Payload. They let that sit still for a couple seconds. Try to engage a bit here. Complexity being really aggressive with the pushes. Waz in a great spot here. They know where he's at. That dash. Mesrar ends up picking up a kill. Waz. Mesrar gets 2 now. Yeah, Waz taking a bit too much damage there. Won't find the Dragon Blade just yet.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, not really needed at the moment because they picked up 2 kills without it.
Make that a 3rd for AZK.
Yeah, Payload's just going to continue moving.
I feel like every single time I look at someone's angle, it's like Mesrar's jumping across the screen. He's like, just kill that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as bad as Nomi before. I felt like at the beginning of every match that Nomi played when we were watching Sodi Pop, it was just like Nomi jumped in, Nomi died.
Surge. They're going to find any kills. Waz can't find anything. There's the first one. Trying to find some slashes on ID, but the Dragon Blade runs out. So back to fair Genji mode. JKW gets dropped. ID gets one. So Waz hunting for more. Nice target. He's finding here, but not able to pick up that kill. And now ID super low. How on earth did he live through that one? Harblue and Torque get some kills. Waz finds one as well. Torque finds one onto Minstrel. Mesrar gets some return kills. This is a brawl that's taking place. Mesrar, like a man possessed, just getting kills left and right.
Also, ID just sort of going untouched. He's just getting ignored.
Not quite.
Yeah.
It was a very good try. I mean, he was trying to blink right behind that shield and stick that, but
just a little bit of a bad angle and just goes right into it, but and not really anywhere else to use that Pulse Bomb. And Pulse Bomb recharges very quickly.
Yeah, minute 27 on the clock now. We have to get something done. Waz and Torque having these crazy ninja battles where everyone flips around and nothing happens.
Yeah. But, I mean, Waz is doing a great job of getting to the backline and isolating Shake, but he needs to get some of these damage.
There's the Dragon Blade. Looking for one. Torque gets the first one on AZK, gets dropped by Dahang to shut that ultimate down. Here we go. Waz unleashes his Dragon Blade, finds Joe Meister on this one. Minstrel and ID picking up kills as well. Mesrar, full monkey mode. Wow, what a wipe there from Team Liquid. Just great team focus on targets in a line. Pick up kill after kill, and it looks like they're going to take this point with barely any time.
Yeah, 47 seconds left, so now it's all going to be about
wait a minute, maybe
push.
I spoke too soon. Dahang unleashes that Transcendence here. Minstrel trying to stay safe as long as he can. AZK and ID find a couple of kills. And that should do it. ID's going unchecked. Dahang and Waz pick up 2 more kills, and ID's just continuing to put out enough damage so the targets can be finished off.
I don't know if I like that little push there from Complexity. They tried to be cute and stop him right before the checkpoint, but they didn't have the ultimates to be able to do so. And running out into that open area right by that checkpoint, not using the choke point that you're given at that checkpoint is you know, really risky.
I don't necessarily disagree with it because it didn't really do too much for them. Like, they're not going to hold up close right here.
Yeah.
They're just going to hold back the checkpoint. So it's like kind of one of those desperation things where if it pays off, you might win the game. If it doesn't pay off,
if you stop it right before that checkpoint, then
the difference is you're feeding them some ult percentage when it fails. So what's that worth?
Yeah.
Oh, ID finds a couple. AZK with the Death Blossom finds 2 more. And that Winston's going monkey, but guess what? He's just monkeying around.
Yeah, and this is not good. It looks like Team Liquid has control over this choke by the payload.
No more ultimates to be expended here. And so this is a difficult one to enter without ultimates. Joe Meister does have beat drop available. So we'll see what ends up happening. Into the back line, there's the beat. See if AZK can find anything. A lot of pressure on, no health pack there available either. Will get dropped by Harblue. Nicholas finds another one, Waz finds a kill. There's Dragon Blade out.
Not many targets left for the Dragon Blade, but they are going to be able to clean up a few more of these Team Liquid guys.
A minute left now, and there's still no ultimates for Team Liquid.
This one might come down to distance. 73.13 meters.
Does that affect stopwatch? Get a word from our ad.
If neither of them get to the point, it's if neither of them get to the point, then it has to be distance. All right, well, I mean, maybe they'll be able to get to the point. But we'll have to see. They're going to have one last push.
Nicholas doing a great job on fighting this. Gets dropped by Mesrar, though. So nice pickup on the teamwork, but JKW and Shake get 2 more. Can Torque find any kills here? Discorded will have to fall back just a little bit here, but with 2 down and 6 up for Complexity. So recover and 1 final push, 25 seconds.
All right.
Shake's got Transcendence too. This is going to be really tough. Hardblue's building, Joe Meister's building, Nicholas.
I mean, with Transcendence and Sound Barrier, as long as they don't stack those.
AZK finds the Death Blossom, picks up Joe Meister, so no beat drop is going to be available. There it is for Team Liquid. The Transcendence is coming out. Mesrar picks up kills, so does Shake on Dahang. Shake picks up another on AZK. Mesrar finds a second. Shake picks up his 3rd kill of the fight. And Nicholas trying to find this return damage. Mesrar, make that 3 for him as well. Joe Meister finds his way back for that beat drop in time. I think the distance between the spawns is going to be the difference here. Nicholas has that pulse bomb available, can't find a target. Mesrar gonna fall here. Not gonna work. Torque picks up 3 as well. And AZK floating around, not going to live for long. Look at the kill feed. It is entirely red.
There we go.
Woo!
That was sick defense by Complexity. And we're going to see the play of the game here. AZK, it's got to be a Death Blossom. I mean, every time it's Reaper.
Maybe he just punches.
Yeah. Oh, is this just the one at the end where he gets 2?
No, it's that one.
Okay.
Not too bad. It's a lot of damage output. Didn't pick up too many kills. I guess the third one there, but the damage output was just massive at that point.
All right. Well, Complexity is going to take that first map, and that's going to be, I said it, I mean, Team Liquid, it feels like they're a momentum-based team. They did fall 2-0, but that was against Sodipop, which is much less experience of a team than Complexity is. So now that Complexity has this first map, I don't know, Team Liquid's going to have a tough time, I feel.
It looked really close at the end, but just the fact that they were lacking ultimates for so long going into that final choke, it just cost them so much time. And then by the time they had anything built, it was kind of like a desperation mode.
Yeah.
At that point, I mean, we even saw DeHang switch over to Soldier just to try to get something done, and it didn't end up working out for them. There was no time.
All right, well, now it's going to be Team Liquid's map choice, since they did lose that last map. And since we are in the finals, Hollywood is the default, so that was the first map we played. So now the map pool becomes Route 66, Numbani, Ilios, Temple of Anubis, or Nepal.
Beautiful maps these teams practice on all the time. We never see these banned out at any other formats.
Yeah, not at all. So we'll have to see what Team Liquid's going to go with, but I'd imagine Ilios seems like a good next choice.
Yeah, it's been seemed to be one of the kind of the favorites of teams, like when they're going through the map picks, is to favor Ilios at that point. I imagine Route 66 not going to be picked. Both of these teams actually dropped the maps. On Route 66?
What's the lesser of two evils, Route 66 or Temple of Anubis?
Anubis for sure.
So you'd rather play Anubis than Route 66?
Absolutely.
But they already have practice.
Even though Route 66,
Route 66
is even like one of my favorite maps because of the aesthetic. It's super awesome. But I think Anubis would definitely be the pick there. Ilios will be the second map played here, so Liquid choosing to go with that one.
Yeah,
we'll see if they can put a kill there. Just wanted to do the head-to-head battle, and this is one I'm really looking forward to as well because team execution is one thing, but we saw both of these teams win decisively on the Ilios maps.
Yeah.
And now we get to see who's actually favored when they go head-to-head.
Yeah, going to be exciting. Ilios has given us some good matches today, usually the second map pick in that pool from what we've seen in the last 2 matches.
Yeah.
So definitely looking forward to this one. Will Team Liquid be able to tie it up, or will Complexity go up 2-0?
That's a big hill to climb as well if you're down 2-0. I mean, we saw them do it in the first series, but against Complexity, it's going to be a lot harder to come back from that 2-0 deficit.
Yeah.
Should that one end up being the case here.
Yeah.
It's something else that's really interesting to note, too, is that we didn't really see too much of Waz, AZK swapping between that McCree. I mean, Waz was on Genji like the entire time.
Yeah.
I don't think that his Genji play is quite as good as his McCree play from what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
And even kind of taking a look at like past matches where I've seen Waz, play from time to time.
Yeah.
Really curious where that slot ends up going. Because, again, AZK's main is McCree. On that map in particular, McCree just may not be, like, the strongest pick in the world. It feels like there's still sort of, like, some back and forth in terms of, like, what teams end up favoring in that spot. But you look at the matches that Liquid was winning versus Sodipop. Waz was on McCree.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for Grim Reality playing. When he was on McCree, he was doing a great job. When on Tracer, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to come down to like the clutch playmaking. I mean, it's obvious that Team Liquid has had playmakers in these past couple matches, mostly just with AZK though. Yeah. I mean, AZK sometimes Waz when he's on sort of one of those comfort picks, but it just feels like Complexity has like that deep lineup, like Hardblue on the flex slot can make those plays. Torque and Nicholas both on those damage rolls have been doing really well. And so, I mean, I think it's going to come down to that. Can, like Mezar, can he make these clutch plays? Can ID have that Graviton surge that just changes the game?
Yeah.
Can they have that support for AZK that's going to let him go off?
Yeah, that's something that's really interesting to note too. Is it feels like the pool of characters that Hardblue can play is a little bit deeper than what Liquid has been offering so far. And I think that's a really big deal. So ACK is going to be on Tracer, and Waz is going to be on Genji. And on this map, the non-McCree pick just makes sense. I mean, this map is so much about mobility that McCree just gets shredded on this one. And there's the hang being dropped early. Hardblue and Torque both finding kills. ID going to drop as well. And I think this is the opposite of what Liquid had in mind when they picked Ilios.
Yeah. Peanut butter.
Jelly time. I'm jelly, man. He's a good Winston player.
Yeah, I'm totally peanut butter.
What was that?
I don't know. That was when you go to itch your nose and you accidentally hit E.
Here we go. AZK finds a kill on Nicholas really early. Torque, great use of the Z-axis there. ID can't find those shurikens though. ID eventually does get dropped. Hardblue and Shake picking up 3 themselves. Make that 3 for Hardblue while he's in monkey mode. And Torque finds himself a kill finally after missing about 65 shurikens.
Oh, looks like maybe a disconnect from Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Have to see. But, I mean, this is what I was talking about. Hardblue definitely being able to play make on that flex slot. This time, you know, playing Winston. The monkey.
Hello, the monkey man. Yep. Well, disconnects are an unfortunate reality of the game here, so.
Yeah.
See how this ends up panning out. I mean, you're not going to win a 5v6, that's for sure.
Well, I don't know. It's possible.
It's hard to
Not at this high level of play, but definitely is possible.
Yep. So everyone getting picked apart here. Waz finds a kill. Gets returned by Torque, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pulse Bomb won't find much there. Hey, well, sometimes you just throw some shurikens and hit a Tracer in the face. Oh.
Now he's just showing off.
Waz is there to back him up. So, unfortunate for Liquid on this point, but again, disconnects are an unfortunate reality of the game. So, Flexi going to take an easy first spot of the map here. We'll see what ends up going on with the rest of this one, though. I imagine I'll go ahead and wait for just a little bit while we get to hang reconnected to this game. We'll get official word from admin on exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, it's the hang that's missing.
Yep.
So.
Yep, so we're going to hang out here for a second while we get the hang reconnected. Showing some team spirit there for a couple of guys. This is American flags. Got to represent.
Got to represent. Yeah. So, the hang being missing, I mean, that point's just straight up going to go over to Complexity, I do believe. Just because it's a straight up disconnect, but definitely have to see how it's going to play out. I mean, it felt like Complexity had the edge going into that one.
Yeah, I mean, they took the first fight so cleanly.
Yeah.
That it was like unreal. And the second fight, they also took very cleanly. And then right at that point, that's when the hang disconnect happened. But either way, it looked like Complexity was getting the better of the team fights. And I don't know if that's just overall teamwork. I don't know if it's Nicholas finding like a really good backline target.
Yeah.
He found the flank very quickly. It was in such a good spot for it.
Yeah.
And I just, again, when someone is in that back line, you have to make that decision. Like, which one of the damage do you try to take care of? Is the one in front of you? Is the one behind you? Because Tracer puts out a ton of damage when just ignored.
Yeah.
So it's that situation is like, you're kind of, it's like one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't spots. You have to have someone on the flank to make sure that doesn't occur.
Yeah.
It's a difficult thing to do.
So if you could design an Overwatch hero.
Oh, yeah.
What would you design? That's admirable.
Man, this is going to be super boring.
Oh, no. Actually, no. If you could design yourself as an Overwatch character.
Oh.
That's admirable.
So that's the thing is, like, obviously it's a tank hero. Obviously it's got a beard. And the ultimate is, like, you go Iron Beard form.
You just turn to Iron?
Yeah, I think what I would do is I'd have the character pick up a shield. So, like, quite literally, it's like a section of it.
Yeah.
Just depending on what direction you face is like an impenetrable shield.
Yeah.
And then you have, like, a giant hammer that you hit people with. Picture, like, a Torbjorn that's good and without a turret. And that's kind of, like, the direction I feel I'd go with it. Yeah. And then the Iron Beard form is, like, that's where the shield is. That's the ultimate. Yeah. So that way you can just literally stand there and block, and you can just turn and keep blocking stuff. I think it'd be pretty cool. Maybe the shield deflects, I don't know.
Seems OP.
Exactly.
I would literally just create Bastion, except he has a little sidearm.
He's got like a little sidecar with him where someone can hop in and he just cruises around. Yeah. Super useful.
It's like Tracer gets in there. What would even be like the best hero to put in Bastion's sidecar?
A Bastion.
You forget configuration tank. Bastion's ultimate should just be sidecar.
You put a Bastion in the sidecar, so you can drive the Bastion
there.
around. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's genius. We've solved the meta.
And we'll find out where AZK wants to go.
Yeah.
On this one, so 1-0 for complexity on this map. There's asking for lobby again. So.
Did we restart the whole game?
Don't believe so. I mean, you had to restart the lobby. You had to leave the lobby so Dahan could reconnect. So at this point, it is. I believe it's 1-0 for complexity.
Okay. We'll get an official word on that in just a moment.
There we go, Torque. Everything revolves around that little health pack. That little health pack must feel so good. Just super important. Like if I was a little health pack, I'd want to be that little health pack. Torque. Nicholas finds a kill onto Dahang there. Torque trying to do some work. Mesrar and falling off the side there. AZK picks up another. Waz. Nicholas and Waz. Joe Meister finds a kill. It's always big when your support finds a kill.
Yeah.
Nicholas still unchecked though. Some nice damage. Minstrel gonna get dropped. Waz gonna get dropped as well. Nicholas just doing so much work that fight.
Yeah. And complexity is going to take the initial point once again.
Yep. Getting out-traced here, really. I mean, Nicholas is looking fantastic on Tracer, while Liquid, it's doing okay, but Nicholas has just found spot after spot to be high impact. Mesrar opens with a kill on JKW, and there's the beat drop. Harblue finds the return on ID. Nicholas looking for Dahang, gonna find it. Almost gets dropped though. Let's go health back, and AZK almost gets traced down here, looking for that pulse bomb. Find the right spot.
I mean, complexity's dropping pretty quick.
Nicholas, 25 HP. Won't recall in time. Waz and AZK find a couple kills, and Harblue gonna get knocked down in that little spot. I'll tell you what, the old 3 versus 1 doesn't work too well. So Team Liquid, nice return here to pick up the point.
All right, we'll see if Complexity's gonna manage to come back and get it. Gonna throw down some peanut butter once again.
Best in slot spray.
Best in slot spray.
Ooh, Dahang with a nice kill on Nicholas there. Discord Orb does some massive work. AZK looking for the right spot. Oh, finds. Joe Meister gets picked off in the midst of that, but finds Shake. Able to take him down. JKW and Harblue. See y'all later, Team Liquid.
Five members dead in like a matter of seconds. Complexity looks out of sorts at the moment.
Just a very strong crossfire from Liquid set up on that one, with AZK being able to be on the flank this time and not having to worry about the other side from Nicholas, thanks to that kill from Dahang. So lots of ultimates on both sides. TJ, I think we're about to see an all-out brawl. There's the Graviton Surge. Waz is going to dash through it, looking for that Dragon Blade. Torque's already got it out. Slash it away. He's found Minstrel already. There's the Dragon Blade coming from the other side. Waz looking for slices and dices and making julienne fries. AZK and crew are going to clean this one up. Team Liquid defends the point.
It looked rough for them at the beginning, but they managed to get through the Graviton Surge and were able to get one of their own and take out 5 members of Complexity. And now Complexity, they used a lot of resources there. And Harblue is going to go ahead and switch over to that Reaper to see if he's going to have success there, but it's going to be a bit of time before he can build up to that Death Blossom.
Shake finds a kill on Dahang as well. Waz discorded. Nicholas and Shake get 2 kills. AZK returns 1. So can Waz find a space here? Gets dropped by Harblue. AZK and Torque both getting kills on each side here. Looks like Complexity is going to take this point.
Yeah, 94%, not quite all the way to 99. So Team Liquid, not only do they have to take the point back, but they're also going to have to hold it for a little while to get that full 100%. I don't know, Complexity looking like they're in a pretty good spot. And
It's going to be tough. That was with the open on Shake as well.
Yeah.
Mesrar jumps in here, goes monkey form. Oh. Torque's going to get dropped by Waz. Harblu going to try to make some work, but the beat gets dropped to Hang. Solo from Nicholas, just doing so much work, but AZK, Minstrel, and Waz picking up more kills here. Not going to get it done. Team Liquid takes back the point, and that's going to do it. Complexity does not have time to get back. It's going to be 1-1 on this map.
All right, well.
For good measure.
For good measure, that's right.
You imagine, I'm out of the spaceship, let's go. We got one more.
All right, well, that is round 2, technically, even though that was round 1, because we did have a disconnect, so we had to leave the lobby earlier to give Dehang a chance to connect.
Yep, we'll be going back to the lobby for just a second as players are asking for a little bit of time here. So, nice return there from Liquid. The opening, once again, favored Complexity, but it felt like Liquid just figured out something to get the job done, and I think a lot of it just had to be with the pick that Dehang got on Nicholas right there. That ensured them being able to keep that point for as long as they did. And then AZK, once again, finding himself in the position that Nicholas was often creating and just being able to get that flank and just pour out damage so the team could clean him up.
Yeah. Really great stuff coming out. And so, I mean, this is sort of it's not a must-win map for Liquid, but it's pretty close to it. If you go down 2-0 to Complexity, you have to win 3 maps in a row. That's a tall task when you're looking at, you know, one of the best teams right now in North America. It does not bode well. So I think Liquid's sort of not all in, but they're really going to be looking to win this map hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, I would consider Liquid's like a minor underdog to Complexity here.
Yeah.
You know, in my opinion, I think Complexity is vying for the #2 spot in the world.
Yeah.
I think they just look so good. Their team is so defined, but you know, Liquid is not far behind them. Again, for me, the difference is that Liquid's been toying with that 6th slot, where Complexity has had kind of the same crew for a while now.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna move into round 3 here. We know it just shows 0 versus 0, but trust us, it's round 3.
Yeah. It's 1-1 apiece. Don't worry, guys.
And we're going to see here pretty much the same comps coming out. Of course, going to see Winston on these control point maps as opposed to Reinhardt, like we normally see on those payload maps. And, you know, exactly the same comps coming out. We see the flex slots are going to be on Zarya, and damage dealers are going to be Genji Tracer.
AZK gets a little bit of damage there, not too consequential. See what this one ends up rolling out. They're just kind of dancing for position. It's going to be a jump in the back for Harblu. Dehang's going to get a return kill. AZK looking for something, but that Winston shield is giving so much time. Harblu does get dropped as Mesrar finds another one as well. ID going to pick up a kill also. Just great overall teamwork from Liquid here as AZK goes untouched in that fight.
Yeah, AZK really doing some work. He's definitely been the MVP for Team Liquid over the course of the whole day. And I talked about his playmaking. I talked about how other members of the team would have to step up. But, I mean, if he's going off that much, maybe they don't. And just plot behind him and say, carry me.
Yep, here we go. Another initiation. Waz finds that slash through. JKW going to get a kill on Dehang. That's a big one. No more Discord available for Liquid. And that means Harblu's going to live for quite a while here. AZK ends up getting dropped. Mesrar finds a kill on Joe Meister. Mesrar finds a second on Shake, so no support left for Complexity at this point. It's going to come down to the damage. Harblu finding a kill here. There's that Dragon Blade looking for the spot. Not comfortable using that pulse bomb just yet. Wants to save it. Torx is picking up 3 with the Dragon Blade.
And that's what they needed. They needed to sort of overtake this point, and now Complexity is going to take control. And that was basically all Torque because, I mean, you said it, both supports were dead. He effectively had nothing. He had Harblu in there effectively trying to draw heat.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. He was able to get in there with that Dragon Blade.
ID with a Graviton Surge. We'll see where this ends up going. Nicholas gets 3 with a pulse bomb. Harblu finds the 4th. An explosion.
A flavor?
I don't know what kind of flavor it is, but I imagine that pulse bomb would char a steak in about 3.5 seconds.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see if Complexity can hold this point for longer. And that was just one ultimate. Effectively, that was used, so they still have the ult advantage going into this next engagement. And Harblu sitting off to the side waiting.
Both monkeys jump in. Mezra on the back line, as well as Harblu. Nicholas is going to get picked off here. Waz looking for an opportunity to Dragon Blade, and there it goes. Can he find the kills? There's the first on the Joe Meister.
Yeah.
The second one.
Complexity
Oh,
is
there's
destroyed.
Another on the JKW. Wow, Mezrar and AZK doing a lot of work themselves as well. Complexity shot down in this one.
I don't know,
Great
though.
teamwork from Complexity. I'm sorry, from Liquid so far.
Yeah.
Complexity's been showing a lot of great engages.
Yeah.
And just some very strong holds. Liquid is starting to really put together the pieces here.
Yeah.
I fear a bit for the inconsistency, but overall, in this map, they're looking strong.
Yeah. Well, we'll see Dragon Blades up.
Oh no! Look at how many are grouped up. That beat drop may save him. Minstrel not going to get killed. Nice knockback from Minstrel. Torque doesn't find anything during that Dragon Blade, but there's a pickup on the Waz. Torque looking for Minstrel. JKW going to pick up a kill as well to hang. Also up Torque and Nicholas putting the team on the back.
Wow, that was actually really impressive from Torque. He got into the back line. You saw him jump up, pop the Dragon Blade, get into the back line, cause that chaos. But then as soon as he realized that he wasn't going to get killed, he fell back to his team and started picking up kills on the capture
JKW, there's the Graviton, catches two. Torque and Waz trading kills back and forth, though. AZK picks up Joe Meister. Torque finds ID. Nicholas has that Discord on him, but not taking any damage. Just look at the work that Harblu is doing here. Finds Waz on the kill. This is overtime. I mean, this is it.
All right. Well, Complexity is going to take the Ruins point, and they're going to go up 2-1 in points. Just 1 point away from taking their second map of the series. Really well done. I mean, that looked like it was Liquid's, but all of a sudden at the end, Nicholas and Torque just took turns making big plays.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of where the bread and butter on that team sits as well. I mean, again, they're very heavy DPS favored. We've seen that come in and out of the lineups they've had there. But Torque and Nicholas just doing massive work. It's really interesting to see Nicholas on Tracer, you know, having prior to this been a Widow player.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that's a nice transition that Nicholas has made over to Tracer over the last...
Two completely different play styles, but Nicholas definitely an experienced shooter player. So definitely able to make those transitions quite easily.
Discord orb is terrifying. Every time I hear that noise, I'm like, ugh!
Yeah.
Get away! Oh, there's the initial push right there. Torque finding some good damage here, but taking a lot in the meantime as well. We'll pick up Harmony Orb and use that aerial maneuver to get away. Mezrar gets dropped. Harblu's so low. Nicholas gets dropped, but Torque is finding kill after kill here. Waz is definitely going down to this one. That's 3 kills for Torque in this fight.
He's just all over the place. Takes out the hang as well. That's been effectively 4 kills for Torque in that first engagement. Him living with 11 health ended up being the difference in that fight because he was able to get out, get that Harmony Orb, reset, and just pick up even more kills. So Complexity takes initial control of the point.
It's like a matter of seconds that happened, too.
Yeah.
It's a great understanding of the position there from Torque.
Yeah.
ID, get some shield build here. Jump, not too effective.
Yeah. Oh, Torque's dead.
Ooh, AZK finds a kill. AZK finds 2. Nicholas gonna recall here, looking for that pulse bomb. AZK has found 3 kills so far. Looking for a 4th. He's not gonna find it.
He's looking for like a perfect pulse bomb, but just holding on to it for a really long time. He's just going to go ahead and fall, and that's going to be the capture point going over to Team Liquid.
Yep.
Seems like the same story as last game. Complexity takes the initial, Team Liquid gets a push. If it's the same story as what we've seen, Complexity's going to take it back and take the map.
With 5 ultimates available, I think this is going to be a take for Complexity.
Yeah.
And this is certainly one of the spots to use them. Now, Team Liquid's building them as well. Oh, Waz finds an opening kill, AZK, and the Death Blossom.
Doesn't matter if you have ultimates.
Pick up a few more. Dehang gonna find a kill as well as Mesrar. Team Liquid holds again, and not too much expenditure there. Here's the deal, Complexity used nothing on that though. They still have 5 ultimates available. I think they were just trying to force anything they could and then get the return kill. So that actually might have just been a smart decision from Complexity to just jump in and make it kind of like posture as though you're gonna use a lot of stuff. Don't use it and then look for it afterwards. JKW gonna use the Graviton.
Yeah.
Oh, and that Pulse Bomb. Torque's gonna get the first, and look at Liquid just melt away. Nicholas is untouched. Waz is gonna go down. Joe Meister even finds a kill himself.
Yeah, I think they just realized that they only need to take this point one more time and then be able to hold it for the rest.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get just that one push, and if they don't get it, then they back off. But they take it now, and now they just got to hold it. And they are up 2-1. Don't let that score fool you. Complexity, since we did have to restart the map, is up 2-1 now. So one more point, and they do win the map for Ilios.
EZK looking for something here. Dragon Blade, I'm pretty sure I heard it somewhere. There's that Transcendence coming out, so little tiny robots protected for now. EZK going completely untouched here. As ends up falling to Nicholas, AZK can't find a kill right now. There he picks up Shake. There we go. Finds Lucio, but just putting out damage. Nice kill on JKW there. Falls down the well, though. Dehang and AZK get a couple of kills, and Torque picks up Dehang in the meantime. Team Liquid
embarrassing.
Trying to contest here, but Mesrar, under the pressure, is going to fall. Can Liquid get back in time and fight this? I mean, this is like a race to the point again.
Yeah.
Oh, and the time's ticking away. I mean, because Complexity controls the point, it's just getting close to overtime. AZK and Shake trading off a couple kills there. Oh, nice kill from Torque. Pick that up. AZK looking for the Pulse Bomb. Not quite. Joe Meister, meanwhile, and Dehang. Torque getting another. Torque's just going ham beast with the Dragon Blade. 4 kills for Torque in that one. Say goodbye to this map. Complexity is up 2-0 on maps.
And on those chaotic control point maps, it's all about the playmaking. And Torque, all he has to do is go off once, and they take the point, and that's it. And you can see the GG's coming out because, of course, they did win that map 3-1. So now Complexity is up 2-0. And I talked about it earlier. Liquid just seems like a momentum-based team. They don't win the first map, it's going to be tough. And now they have to win 3 in a row if they want to come back and become the first Kings of the Hill.
Yeah, I think the map pool is definitely affecting them a lot here, because I'd like to see Waz playing more of the hit scan DPS style. Not necessarily on the Tracer. Doing a good job on the Tracer, but not quite getting the job done. So I think in a more open space map, that's where AZK is going to thrive. I'm sorry, where Waz is going to thrive a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because that's where it feels like Liquid just quite isn't melding as well. It feels like that AZK and Waz are almost on uncomfortable characters, and as a result, Complexity is just able to capitalize on that notion alone. Nicholas is just very clearly from the gameplay a superior Tracer, I'd say.
Yeah, well, Complexity just 1 game away. Liquid picks Route 66, so that game number 3 is going to be coming up next. Before we do that, we are going to have to go to a quick break, but don't go anywhere. More King of the Hill after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ESL 1 Cologne.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the ESL Overwatch King of the Hill. My name is TJ, I'm joined by That's Admirable, and we're about to bring you game number 3 of the final match of the day, what could be the final map of the day if Complexity can take it, and it's Route 66.
Well, strap in, boys. Both of these teams dropped that first map to Selfless and to Sody Pop.
Yeah.
The 2 teams that were underdogs. And now we're going to see them battle it out in a slap fight of who can be the least bad on Route 66.
Yeah. Route 66 is the closest you can get in Overwatch to those pool noodle fights. You know when you were a little kid and you and your friend just like grab those pool noodles that you float on and just start smacking each other as hard as you can until one of you gives up?
Yeah.
Route 66 in a nutshell.
It's tough to give up when it doesn't hurt. But yeah, both these guys dropping the map. I think this one, I honestly feel like we may even see the pushes end up happening here. Like the full way on the push, because they both kind of failed to defend, and then they both just got trounced on the defense to the other side. So I feel like the defense is what was really lacking for both these teams. Coming into Route 66,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's going the full distance here.
Yeah, we will see, but I'm definitely looking forward to this map. The story of the match so far has been Torque and Nicholas playmaking abilities. Mostly Torque coming in. Nicholas with some clutch tracer plays as well. And, you know, Liquid, they've had what feels like pretty good team play. They made some really great pushes, but then they just fall apart in an instant, and that's the instant that opens up the door for Complexity to come in and take the map. So,
Been really capitalizing on isolated players.
Yeah. And Route 66, big map, lots of open space.
Yep.
Easy to get isolated.
Yep. Now, top of Big Earls, that's the place to be.
Yeah.
But we'll see how long.
Big Earls is like the Alamo.
Where the Texans stood their ground, outnumbered 10-1, and eventually lost. So what you're telling me is on top of Big Earls is how you eventually lose.
Not saying I'm not. That's what I'm talking about.
This is what I work with every week, by the way.
Indeed.
It's a chore.
Yeah, we should be jumping into the next match momentarily, though. But yeah, Big Earls, it hasn't really been that impactful of a spot, actually.
Yeah.
Because the winning team, we saw Selfless, like, just give it up right away.
Yeah, they just like, yeah, forget this spot. We don't need it.
They, like, got wiped, and we're like, oh, okay, this game's over. But then they just, like, held the choke point by the tunnel for, like, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was it. So definitely going to have to see how this one's going to play out. But, I mean, Route 66, at least we see a consistent strategy.
What's inside that cave?
It's mystery.
None of these guys have the ability to break down wooden doors, only to chew through mystical armor and primitive Protoss technology.
Yeah. Zenyatta can, like, punch down walls with his robotic hands.
How long do you think until that train just completely falls?
You think that
I mean, the metal's on fire.
Yeah.
How long can that stay? Because I know that jet fuel can melt steel beams.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
Yep. I really wanted the Torb. I really did. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to happen. I just wanted it to.
Yeah. All right, well, here we go. What could be the final map of the night. Complexity is up 2-0 in this best-of-5 series. Can they get it done on Route 66?
JKW. What's in Harblue? Even jumping on Diva at this point. It's like 6 different characters today.
Yeah. Oh, Nicholas is coming around the backside here. On attack.
Trying to not get spotted. Oh, right to the face.
That's not what you want.
A bit. Ooh. AZK with a huge headshot on a Torque right there.
And that stops the offense in its tracks. And the Complexity is going to have to back off and regroup. The Alamo stands.
Big Earls. Yeah, he thought it was funny.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Mezar. He the real MVP.
I need taken him a half. Nicholas once again just
I don't know. Nicholas trying from the same spot, but he's just looking for the chaos. Looking
there
for the flank.
He's jumping. AZK forced off the point. Will return very soon. Does have flashbang available. No connection. Oh, Shake by himself. But doing a good job staying away. There's the... Oh, just takes too much damage. A couple of kills straight out. Torque gonna go with the Dragon Blade here. Finds the first. Find another. Where on earth did that Lucio go? Did you see that?
There he is.
There he is. It's like he took a portal to the netherworld.
He, like, used wall ride around the payload.
It's like he went to the other side in Stranger Things and then managed to find his way back.
Nothing's gonna stop.
Well, yeah, see, nothing's going to stop them. Not even physics.
JKW looks like he's going for a swap real quick. Yep, we'll be on Reinhardt now. With this big of a weird open space, I feel like this shield is providing a lot more than Winston's at this point. Like, Winston's just going to get fired down from range at this point, as well as the rest of your team.
Even though he had primal rage available, he realized he needed that swap now, ASAP.
Very smart choice, I think.
Yeah.
Ezra, the barrier. It's just the high ground versus the low ground. The opposite.
He's going in.
Destruct. Just an all-out brawl. Earth Shatter doing too much here. AZK picks the first kill. Waz is going to get the second. Getting back to here. AZK finds another. Third for AZK. Ezra and ID going to clean up the rest of this. Team Liquid putting up a solid defense so far, I'd say. And we did have the one failed on Big Earls, but as TJ said, it is the Alamo. Eventually it just falls.
Eventually it does. But then it becomes a monument for people to visit and eat tacos underneath. Big Earls. All right, well, Complexity's going to try a different form of attack here.
Here we go. Waz finds a kill in the back. Torque going to find one on AZK, though, winning that McCree battle. See where the rest of this goes. Sort of a weird. Oh, Harblu's taking some serious damage. Torque can't connect on that final shot, though. Let's get dropped by Waz eventually.
Complexity is going to have to back off once again. Another attack thwarted by Team Liquid. Big deal there. JKW falling early, trying to get to that back line. And the damage dealers from Complexity just didn't have any space to really pop out and start doing some damage.
Oh, big Graviton comes in. Waz jumps to that back line, finds Shake. Joe Meister isolated from the rest of the team. Mesrar and crew going to clean this up. Finds Harblu as well. Wow, Waz with a great job of pushing the supports off of that point.
Yeah, really nice. Also, just spacing out their ultimates. You know, utilization of just the resources that they need to use, and not every single resource. Because now they're going to have a few ultimates for this next fight as well. Most likely Sound Barrier, definitely Death Blossom.
Let's see where this goes going. Catches spot there. Mistral is going to fall. So that includes right click. So Torque finding a couple here. Nicholas finds one as well. JKW finding a kill. Waz on Joe Meister. Whoa! Torque picks up 3 in that fight. Just good old-fashioned left clicks.
Yeah. And Death Blossom sort of being wasted there by Waz. He popped it right as he died, hoping to maybe pick up a couple quick kills on the way down, but not really what you need.
Junkrat gets picked up now.
Yeah, that seems to be ID's go-to when he wants to go in that comfort pick. It's been an offense, Junkrat, so far, but definitely a choice that he likes.
Oh, Waz. Nice kill there as Minstrel and Mesrar pick up a couple more. Waz hunting for another, but that's a tough one to kill. There's Joe Meister. Find the spot, shadow form. Not really much, but the rest of the team doing a lot of work there to clean it up. Waz winning that McCree fight, honestly, was such a big deal because otherwise you would have found Torque behind the team.
Yeah. If they stop before the second checkpoint, that's going to be a big, big win for Team Liquid. We'll see if they can do that.
Here we go. Inuits coming out. Torque finding a kill. AZK looking for one, but finding a spot to activate. Well, doesn't take down the kill there. Nicholas going to pick it up. Shake finds one. JKW finds another. ID does get a kill on Joe Meister, but it's going to be quickly dropped. And Torque and Shake clean up the rest. Checkpoint number 2 taken.
That's a big deal too, just into overtime. So now they're going to go for this last point. Is this the first time we've seen on Route 66 the payload make it past the second checkpoint?
I told you, TJ, it could go the whole way.
Uh-oh. Complexity might be the first team we've seen all day cap this payload.
Nicholas looking to build that ult and find the right spot. Shake and JKW have ults available as well.
Oh, they're waiting in the wings.
ID lets that Rip Tire go. He's going to find some spot to kill.
It's going around the back.
Oh, Picks up JKW, so just bought some time there.
Yeah,
It feels like that's what Riptire usually does.
Yeah,
You're kind of just like, wait it out.
you realize that you're not going to really get to the back lines. It's like, I'll just take out the Reinhardt.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take the hit.
Yeah. And as Reinhardt, you're just like, well, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, Harblue. This is Zarya now looking for some building here.
All right.
A lot of ults available on Complexity side.
Earth Shatter, Transcendence, Death Blossom. If Nicholas can manage to find a way around the back, but kind of hard, a little bit hard to flank. You need to cause some chaos first, but he's up front. I mean, he's trying.
Just a Deadeye from AZK just to try to buy some time here. Won't find anything. ID and Waz will find a couple. Nicholas gets a return kill on Waz, though. Taking some heat across the map, though. Those shotguns do not do well at long range.
Yeah.
Now Complexity forced off once again. But not really any ult expenditure there from Complexity. Team Liquid is pretty much using it all. So with 20 seconds left, can Complexity snowball this?
One last push they're going to make. There comes Deadeye.
There's a Deadeye.
Zoning tool at the very least.
Yep, that's the main purpose of that Deadeye there.
Pretty successful. They back him off the payload. Need a big Death Blossom at the end here.
Looking for a kill. There's a Death Blossom, and it gets Earth Shattered. Nicholas is going to fall. Mesrar and Waz picking up kills. JKW finds one. ID returns on Joe Meister. Torque looking for the shots. Shank is going to drop Waz. There's the beat drop. Complexity, I think at this point, going to get forced off. Yeah, that's going to do it. DeHang getting that kill on Torque. So, the distance has been set 50.37 meters into checkpoint number 3.
I mean, that seems like a pretty good score as far as the average from what we've seen from Route 66 today. I'm pretty sure every single other Route 66 map has been stopped before that second checkpoint.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Team Liquid's going to be able to do it, but I mean, it's going to come down to this. It's do or die for them, because if they don't make it further than that, then their King of the Hill run has ended and Complexity wins.
Free drinks. I'll take it.
The taste of America.
McCree. I mean, apple pie.
Apple pie.
You know, I want some apple pie.
Me too.
Zed's Garage. No one's named Zed. And I mean nobody.
Some guy in the chat's like, my name is Zed.
Oh, no, it's not. You've been lied to your whole life.
Get out. Ban that guy. All right, setting up ID. He's queuing up the Junkrat here.
I love seeing Junkrat. I don't know why.
Especially,
honestly, I don't even like that character.
Especially Junkrat on offense on Route 66.
I really don't even like Junkrat, but it's just cool to see. I don't know why.
Junkrat's one of my favorite to play.
It would be.
What do you mean it would be?
I mean, that means whatever the hell you want it to be, okay? I was reading that, Lucio. Thanks. Just spraying this kickball everywhere.
All right, well, he's not switching, so.
Oh, no, I mean, the ID's like, that's something he played. I was serious when I said this earlier, but with Pharah out of the meta, Junkrat's like a real portion of ID's range.
Junkrat's basically Pharah.
It's like a ground-centric Pharah.
Yeah. I mean, you chuck grenades up on the big Earls. I mean, at the very least, it forces the opposing team to play a bit differently.
That's pretty solid when I've started to watch it now. That's really smart. JKW's at half. That's just ripping the shield apart. I mean, Junkrat does massive work against those shields. Oh, gets the trap.
Oh, JKW gets taken out.
Yep. That was a nice placement there from ID. Gets picked by Torque, though, alongside that Discord orb. Harblue and Nicholas. So, you know, they're there. Mesrar shot from behind. That shield doesn't do the job. Harblue can't find the right spot, but does force Team Liquid back here after DeHang.
All right, well, still not managing to get that payload moving that well. Complexity, their defense holds. And I like this. They're playing up a little bit. Not everybody's on big Earls. You can see Nicholas and Harblue around the side there, already preemptively defending against that flank. And I really like that positioning better, because all of a sudden, Team Liquid engages up on the front on big Earls. Nicholas and Harblue are already around the backside, taking out the squishies. And ID gets picked off.
Oh, there's a Deadeye. Not going to find anyone. Maybe gonna find AZK. Not quite.
Too smart.
Yep.
Way too smart.
So Nicholas got dropped in the midst of that, so we'll have to run back. We'll see if Team Liquid can capitalize on this. Harblue still looking for that spot. You can see Roadhog. Waz is just chilling in the back. Minstrel gonna get dropped here, I believe. Nope, not quite.
Nice little wall ride to get out of that
ID with the Riptire as well. Gets taken out by Nicholas. Torque gonna take out Waz. And Dahang can't really find the right spot for this. Looks like Complexity might hold. AZK and ID pick up 2. Well, that's happening. AZK alongside Mezrar gets a 3rd. JKW return kills the Mezrar. AZK finds Joe Meister from downtown with those shotguns. Yep, well, Team Liquid, clean take.
Yeah, AZK just making big plays to get this payload moving. They are going to reach this first checkpoint, but it's all about that second checkpoint. That chokehold right towards the end of checkpoint number 2 is what it's going to be all about. Can Complexity make that hold? They got 3 minutes and 30 seconds of hard work to do.
There's a lot of ultimates on both sides. Are you ready for a war, TJ?
I don't know.
Torque trying to find some hits here. Can't quite connect. Oh, that's a nice shot.
He did get a shot on the Minstrel and almost took him down.
This might be a try to force here, just buying some time. Nice use there. Every single time you buy 6 or 8 seconds, progress.
Yeah. Forcing him off the payload, making that payload not really move anymore. Harblue's coming around the backside. There's, nope, not quite.
There it is, Nicholas. Well, AZK is going to pick up 2 in the meantime, though. Harblue doesn't really make anything happen there. There's the Riptire. Gonna get taken out by JKW. Nice one then to hang. Wow. ID actually picked up Nicholas on that kill. That was crazy. Just minding the ground and then blowing it up.
Yeah.
Minstrel finds one. Harblue finds ID. In the meantime, was super low on that. And AZK gonna return that kill. It's trucking along.
Trucking along, yeah. 2 down here for Complexity.
Looks like a payload that Arnold Schwarzenegger would have. Just a big tank.
Looks like a payload that Richard Simmons would have.
Who's ready for some payload movement? Torque can't find a kill. Waz picks up JKW. Mezrar gets Nicholas as well. Torque trying to find anything, but can't pick it up. Mezrar finds a second, and AZK opens it up more. Nicholas on to Junkrat now, finds that kill on AZK. Oh, there's the hook. See you later. Checkpoint number 2 complete.
With lots of time remaining. If they cap this point, then they
have to cap it. They just have to move it to that last spot. I mean, it's moving up there.
That little yellow marker.
So either Arnold Schwarzenegger or Richard Simmons could be very happy about this delivery.
Yeah.
ID finding a great spot to be launching those grenades. Checked a little bit, setting that trap, looking for him to come up.
AZK!
AZK, wish we could have saw that. Picked up 3 in the meantime. Torque's got no HP. Now I know for a fact that that's 1 HP. That bar is empty.
Literally.
Here we go, Mezrar just trucking it forward. In that space with Earthshatter ready. I think that's just it.
That's got to be it, yeah.
Well, Transcendence
right over the point.
Gonna buy some time here. There's the Earthshatter from behind. ID's gonna get this Riptire rolling. Boom! Finds Harblue and Shake. With that Riptire, Waz is gonna wipe him out, and Team Liquid puts a map on the board.
And Team Liquid becomes the honorary Route 66 geniuses.
The best I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I've played exactly twice on Route 66.
Take a look at Mezrar's play of the game here. Gets that Earthshatter down and then pins him against the wall.
That hurts.
Yeah, and not that flashy. Oh, well, okay, that's that flashy. But Nicholas has been a big playmaker for Complexity all day long. You can manage to isolate him, take him out. Fight's going to go in your way much quicker.
Yeah. I mean, bring out the Junkrat there at the end. They're just like, I hope this doesn't work. We're getting stomped.
Yeah.
We need to have something give, and hopefully they'll just push into it, and we can actually get the return kills here.
Yeah.
With just the area of effect explosions, all the splash damage taking place. But
yeah,
I told you the defenses from these two on Route 66 were not up to par. And honestly, neither were the attacks in comparison to the other teams as well.
Yeah.
So to see this one go farther than all the rest of them, that wasn't really too much of a surprise to me. But Liquid putting it together at the end after such a really rocky start. I mean, I thought they might have lost on the first checkpoint there.
Yeah, really tough, really tough. But, of course, we are going to move into game number 4 in a few moments here. But we do want to remind you guys that for all the weeks moving forward, we will have an open component to the King of the Hill. This is week number 1, so we had 4 invites. But moving forward, the winner of the previous week's open will get a slot in the next week's King of the Hill. So if you guys want to sign up, head over to esl.gg/KOTHOW. Stands for King of the Hill Overwatch. If you think your team has what it takes, sign up. And if you win that open, you'll go up against an invited team next week and then have a chance to face off against the King, have a chance to get that $1,000, have a chance to be invited back for the next week.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Win, win,
win.
Win.
Yeah, if you are at all less bad at Route 66 than what we've seen so far today, maybe you two have a chance.
Yeah.
I'm just giving these guys a hard time. Route 66 is like barely ever played in competitive. So, I mean, I imagine they're fairly unpracticed in terms of recent strategy on that map.
Another map that they're probably unpracticed on is what we're going to next. Complexity's map choice is Temple of Anubis. Of course, we do, if you're just tuning in, we want to remind you guys, we do have a limited map pool that will change every week. They defaulted on Hollywood for map 1, and then their map pool was Route 66, Numbani, Temple of Anubis, Ilios, Nepal. Yeah. So, you know, a situation, a lesser of 2 evils situation, or a lesser of 5 evils in this case. And Route 66 and Temple of Anubis seem to be the lesser evils.
Yeah. Anubis was pretty cool to watch in the Sody Pop versus Liquid match. The fact that really both teams broke out Pharah and Mercy at some point.
Yeah.
And that's actually what ended up winning it for Liquid, is when they swapped over to Pharah Mercy for attack point 2, where Sody Pop was trying to snowball that pick at the beginning into take the first point and then get to the second point and hope to have the ultimates built and go from there.
Yeah.
AZK gonna Widow? Is this for real? I mean, we've seen some non-standard picks so far on Anubis.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this pick is real.
Yeah, AZK been the main playmaker for Team Liquid.
Yep. I mean, prior when they were playing with Kefri was sometimes playing the Widow.
Yeah.
To see AZK playing it, I mean, great aim. Of course, I'm excited to see this.
We'll see. Still some time to change. At the moment, looks like a standard composition. Hardblue, though, might be going with that Comfort Roadhog pick for this map.
Yeah, we'll see where this ends up going. I can tell you what, I feel like Roadhog is really strong on this map.
Yeah.
Simply for point B.
Yeah.
When you get to point B and you have an ultimate built, unleashing that, you can just, even if you don't get kills with it, you just push them off the point.
Yeah.
Create space for your team, start taking away on that objective. So it's going to be offensive Widow for AZK. Nice shot. Open things up for a few more. Trying to get Joe Meister there. I tell you what, that damage, when it starts cranking out, you get a little bit afraid. So Nicholas, Harbly picking up 2, Minstrel and ID going to return them. And AZK moving the way around.
I mean, they're moving this line forward.
That's some real damage there. ID picks up the final blow. AZK will be safe from this, it looks like.
Nice, looking for a shot here.
And ID taking a bit of damage here, but does end up getting a kill. AZK is putting out some decent damage, and every time a target gets hit, that call out can be made. And the team can focus that target. Boom! Picks up Torque. Wow, AZK doing some serious work here.
Yeah.
As well as the rest of the team. ID has just gone insane on this portion. They're just picking up all the final blows.
Yeah, it looks like Team Liquid already going to take this first point very quick. But that second point on Anubis is the one that's so tough to take. Team Liquid managed to do this earlier on in their match.
Yep. Well, I mean, they have 4 ultimates built. Waz is approaching another, and Complexity is far off of ultimates right now. So if they're going to take it, this is probably going to be the time. You're going to see that push through that tomb side of things. Hopefully this can get done here.
Yeah.
Oh, ID's looking for a good spot to use this ultimate. There it goes. Hardblue and JKW pick up a couple there. No kills for ID on the self-destruct, but Nicholas is going to pick up one. Waz is going to get Joe Meister in the meantime. Waz is going to fall there to Hardblue.
Yeah.
Yep. Just get stuffed.
This last point's so tough to take.
It's a little tough.
Because even if you get like a good angle like that, where you have D.Va coming around the side, you got the self-destruct out to zone, it just wasn't enough. You all have to funnel through one single door.
Yep.
Or you have to split up, and then of course your squishies are susceptible because they don't have the Reinhardt to give them that protection. And I don't know, it's just really tough. It took Team Liquid like 6 minutes earlier on to take that against Sodipop. And Complexity, I mean, on paper, seems like an even tougher team to do that against. So we'll have to see. They did take the first point very quickly. But I mean, as we mentioned time and time again, it's not the first point that matters, it's the second one.
Gonna go Monkey, but the Transcendence gets dropped from Dehang. There's a beat drop.
Oh,
Nicholas building up. There it is, Death Blossom, 2 kills, but a lot of damage poured out there for Complexity. Make that a third, and Torque's gonna add a 4th one on top of that. Waz gonna get dropped. Wow, 4 kills for Nicholas in that fight alone. That Death Blossom, it didn't look very flashy,
yeah,
but it poured out a lot of damage
yeah.
in that little corridor.
And it forced out the rest of the members of Team Liquid back into the tomb, and it basically just stopped the push. So even though it wasn't that 6-kill Death Blossom, it was incredibly effective. Great use of the ultimate.
Yep. Back on Mercy and Pharah is Dehang and ID respectively. So this is the strategy they used last time to get this opening. It was build the 2 ults, go from there. But ID getting some decent damage out. Harblue's really low. Nicholas gets direct rocketed, but not before he takes out Waz. ID looking for another spot here. Oh, the Earthshatter catches 3. ID hunting for those kills. Gets one on JKW, but Shake and crew returning a couple. Gets dropped by Shake.
Yeah.
So once again, Complexity gonna hold.
The spawn is so close that you need one big wombo, because if you have scattered kills, it's going to give the defending team time to respawn and get back into the fight. We saw what Team Liquid did last time was they went for one big barrage combo, and then they killed 4 and snowballed it from there. You can't kill 1, then back off and kill 1 because they have plenty of time to respawn and get back into the engagement. And I mean, getting close to barrage and resurrect. 94%, 95. This next engagement will have both of those available.
Yep.
So will Liquid be able to do it this push? They still have plenty of time remaining. I mean, 4 minutes and 32 seconds.
Yep.
But they want to try and get this as fast as possible. They don't want to just get it, period.
They may need to build just a little bit more. Harblu looking for this ID. And Stroll in the back. I'm sorry, Dehang in the back.
He was really far out of position.
Barrage is available. Beat gets dropped. Oh, ID gets sniped out. Nicholas picking up a couple there. There's the res. But it's all blue in the kill feed.
Yeah.
Complexity mopping it up.
Mercy just not doing enough there. I think the Resurrect only came out.
Ooh, Mesrar and Waz getting a couple there. They took out Torque and Nicholas too, so Shake, he's baking as well. Wow, Shake just did unbelievable in that fight. Not touched at all, sitting behind the shield from JKW, just able to discord the target that's right there and keep launching the orbs. That damage really adds up if you're forced into that little tiny spot where you have to get through. I mean, that's what feels like it's really keeping Liquid at bay.
Don't underestimate Zenyatta damage. That little dude can chuck.
Yeah.
All right, well, another attempt here from Team Liquid. Barrage available, Sound Barrier up, and Earthshatter. Yep. The combo is available, and now Death Blossom. There's so many big ultimates.
Boosting in. There's the barrage, but Torque takes it out before anything happens. AZK with a Death Blossom available. He's going monkey right now. See if he can pick it up. There's a Death Blossom, gets Harblu. Nothing else to be had in that fight, though. AZK and Waz both picking up a couple.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
takes
enough.
Out Mesrar. Oh, finds one on a Nicholas. Waz. Honestly, the Roadhog feels like it could hold it off here. This is going to come down to whether or not Dehang can build an ultimate in time and get it off at 98%, 99%. Nope, Complexity's just held it.
Yeah.
Too many pickup kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dehang blows the ult as well, so nothing to be had here. Nicholas and Torque just clean up the rest of it. Team Liquid felt like they may have had something going that engage.
Yeah.
But now the ultimates have been used. They got 0 progress from it. Complexity has 2 built. Can Liquid take this at 2 minutes? I mean, this is going to be super hard at this point.
Yeah.
Well, ID's on the Junkrat.
They're going to have sort of one more rotation of those big ultimates, and Barrage, they realized, might take a little bit too long to build up. Can't go for that Barrage Resurrect. They had one opportunity for that, so...
Torque was just checking it so well.
Yeah. Junkrat can get a lot of work done here, especially Riptire. If you can get that around the back and get that built up, sometimes you can pick up multiple kills with it. But we'll see how this one's going to go. Complexity's defense on the second point has been impeccable up until now. Can Team Liquid break it?
Liquid's just been taking a lot of poke damage, just buying some more time for Complexity as they continue to build more ultimates. This takes a bit of damage there. Does have Death Blossom available? Find the spot. Oh, the Reinhardt shield gets dropped. Torque finds a kill on Mesrar. ID taking out Nicholas, and Dehang getting one as well. Harblue and JKW with return kills. Torque with that up is going to close out this particular push. Looks like ID. See you later.
Nice shot there on the ID.
Good communication from the team to let Torque know that that was the location of ID. Just instantly killed.
All right, well, 1 minute remaining. Team Liquid has lots of these big ultimates up. They're going to wait for ID to come back. They did have a few staggered deaths in that last engagement. So
here we go. 4 ults versus 4 ults. Waz with that whole hog, but Harblue gotta get mech'd there first. There's the self-destruct coming out. Nothing to give. Beat drops on both sides.
Oh, Nicholas dies.
Mesrar finds some kills. Waz picking up Joe Meister as well. Healing in the back there. Oh, if he can land this hook, gets it on Zenyatta, but gets knocked down. The rest of the team, wow. I mean, Team Liquid, I think, just took it. That push was massive. And look at that Death Blossom. That was so smart from AZK to camp there and just try to pick that up. Harblue trying to get on this point, body blocked. It almost looked like by AZK there. Great push from Liquid right at the end.
Was not clean by any means, but they got it done.
Yep.
So now Complexity's in a situation where they have to get that second point.
Yep. And it's been tough. We've seen teams struggle with it all day so far. Sodipop put on a valiant effort, wasn't able to quite take it.
Yeah.
Team Liquid so far, it's taken them almost the full timer to take the point both times.
Yeah. So we'll see if Complexity can craft a strategy that's going to get them this win. They're 2 up now. And it's all going to come down to this.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be not too tough for Complexity, I'd say.
Yeah.
But it's going to depend on how they struggle on that second point. The first one feels like it's been a clean take.
Yeah.
Can Liquid hold the defense that Complexity just held? Because I felt like they were working so well with the resources they had. It almost felt like they were limited on where they were going with it, and eventually were just able to get put in a spot where Team Liquid could just capitalize on having just as many ultimates as Complexity did. And that big Earth Shatter at the end was a big difference.
Yeah. Taking a look at the Anubis statues themselves as we get moving under round 2 of Temple of Anubis. Game number 4.
I'm just hopping around. That's exactly what I imagine D.Va does in her spare time.
Yeah. That's what I would do if I had a giant robot suit and I was a skinny little girl. It's exactly what I would do. Well,
I'm picturing just your head on D.Va's body and
don't
how
do
hilarious
that.
It would be.
Don't do that. That's creepy. All right.
Because it's you as a skinny little girl, not like
Me
a skinny little girl.
TJ reimagined
who's just like
skinny
TJ.
girl. Yeah. All right. Well, Complexity not really trying anything different here. Going with the Winston for this first point. Definitely common as opposed to Reinhardt for that main tank. And they're just running in right off the bat.
ID finds Harblue. Wow. It's just red across the board. JKW does pick up Dehang. That's going to be returned very quickly. And Joe Meister gets dropped as well. ID.
Full man wipe.
Yeah, putting up some good percentages on that ultimate.
Yeah.
For ID. Really easy for AZK and for Mesrar to build on the Reinhardt and McCree. But for ID, that Death Blossom does not build too quickly. And the fact that he's at 50% after one push that's very good for Liquid.
Yeah.
There we go. Second quick initiate. Oh, right in that shield. No use. Joe Meister cruising around on those walls.
Oh, but they're all falling down so quick. 4 dead already for Liquid.
Wow, what an initiation. Nicholas just picking up 2. So good. Torque picking up 2 more as well. Nicholas with a 3rd here. They're just possessed.
Yeah. The playmakers. These are the playmakers. All right, time for the final push. First point's out of the way. kind of a given that that one's going to be taken at some point just because of the chaos that's created on the first map of Temple of Anubis.
7:35 to make it happen. Torque's
Yep.
got a Dragon Blade ready to go. Harblue's sitting at 71%. Looking for likely that combo. Trying to get it done. We've seen the Zarya Genji ultimate combo be a very big deal so far today. Big initiation in this back corner. A lot of chaos being created here. There's Deadeye in the back. EZK picks up Harblu, and Torque trying to find the right spot.
Yeah.
This Mech ID is going to find a couple here. Torque going to get dropped here. So, first failed push in the books, but
not a big deal.
Expect a few more of these. Harblu wasn't able to quite build the percentage that they were looking for on that push.
Yeah.
Just got picked off really early by AZK in the Deadeye.
And this isn't, like we said, this isn't about, you know, making that long, drawn-out engagement where you win by a little bit. You got to go in there and win a fight by a lot. You got a wombo combo.
Here we go. Torque looking for it. Harblu. Wow, ID with a huge Death Blossom and picks up 4 as the cavalry comes charging in. Now, here's the thing.
6 ults.
Yeah, Complexity's got 6 ults on the board. That push right there was to get the rest of the team to the ultimates and to hope to draw something out of Team Liquid.
Check marks online.
Here's the other deal too, though. If Complexity goes for this big wombo right off the bat, Minstrel and Dehang both have the defensive ultimates. It's very difficult to shred down targets through the sound barrier and through Transcendence. So there we go. Leads. That Dragon Blade. ID almost gets dropped.
There's a sound barrier.
It's a beat drop. Now Nicholas gets 2. This could be a big one right here. Complexity was still all 6 members alive. And Team Liquid just falling.
They're dropping like flies.
Yeah, I just don't think this is going to be able to hold. Joe Meister, JKW, pick up a pair of kills as well. Just that was a great initiation from Complexity, using the Dragon Blade to actually engage instead of comboing it.
Yeah. I mean,
with the Graviton Surge.
Point still contested. Nicholas is still running back. They're going to have to keep picking off these kills, but Complexity, they're on match point here.
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to do it?
That's an all-blue kill feed as well. The whole team spreading out kills, everybody doing their part. Complexity gonna take this one, and that stopwatch, I'll tell you what, it's looking pretty darn good for Complexity. 2 minutes versus 5:12. $1.59 actually. This is gonna be tough.
It's gonna be real tough.
I mean, yeah, and I mean real tough.
Gonna take a little tour.
Is that a Murloc on top of that?
Yeah, it was. That's why. Didn't you hear me go Murgle before?
No, I didn't hear you go Murgle before.
Interesting. I heard it.
It's like all in your head. It's like a Homer Simpson scenario where like the thought bubble pops up.
Oh!
Wow. I mean, that final put, honestly, opening with the Dragon Blade to try to get the initial pick forced Liquid into like a really awkward spot.
Yeah.
That's where the Graviton Surge was able to catch those who didn't back up the same way.
Yeah.
Just such a good initiation. Really great game plans. Here we go.
Well, we'll see.
Something's got to give here. ID and Waz are going to have to build those ultimates very quickly. They're going to have to take this point very cleanly. They're going to have to snowball the second point.
Yeah. I don't know, making that push right off the bat, very aggressive, right onto the point for Team Liquid, and Joe Meister's already fallen pretty low. Harblu gets taken out.
Yeah, AZK into Hank picking up a couple kills here. AZK still on check, gonna get JKW as well. Find a third. Torque finds one on Mezrar. Finds Shake as well. Combinate. Wow! AZK was involved in basically every single kill on that push. Waz got the final blow on Nicholas there, but AZK felt like was doing the bulk of the damage to every single hero, just went completely untouched.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, AZK is going to make the big plays. Now, though, only a minute left for Liquid.
60 seconds to get this done. One ultimate AZK's gonna have to find the pick. Mesrar and AZK jump into that back line. AZK finds Shake. Joe Meister trying to escape. Torque finds a kill onto Hang. Joe Meister will get away from this one. Nicholas so low, but finds a kill as well as Torque with the Dragon Blade. Finding some big picks. Nicholas lived with like no HP and suddenly has 4 kills in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, you leave someone alive on Reaper, they're definitely going to come back to punish you, and I think that might be the end of Team Liquid. They're going to have one decent push left in them. They only have 20 seconds. They got to get it done right now. Not really any big ultimates, but they got some close. Graviton Surge about 10% away. Dragon Blade about 10% away.
Yep.
Winston's got the Primal Rage, but...
Something back to Hang. ID finds a kill on Hardblue.
Oh.
To Hang is going to be safe. That's going to be the ult from Mesrar. The breakdown comes out of Joe Meister here. Nicholas going to be looking for that Death Blossom. There it is with AZK, who finds the triple kill. Shake's going to fall as well. Mesrar takes a point. AZK finds a 4th. Hardblue. Oh, there's the ultimate. That was so valuable. Needs to buy as much time as possible. Going to get dropped by AZK. There's the beat drop for Team Liquid as well. AZK continues to pick up kill after kill. Waz building as well, finds himself a reset. ID gonna take out Joe Meister here. AZK still looking for kills. Mesrar and Hang gonna pick this one up. AZK trying to buy as much time as possible. Mesrar jumps in. Gonna try to find something as Hardblue, but it's not there. Team Liquid takes point number 2 with a minute 10 to get that point rolling.
Wow, that is the best performance by far that we have seen on Anubis so far today.
What a point for AZK, who just like a man possessed got kill after kill after kill.
Like 16 takedowns in that last a minute and 59 alone.
That was unreal from AZK.
He had the pulse bomb that just, you know, set the fight on fire at the beginning, and Complexity, I don't think they were expecting that. They said, 20 seconds left, we got this. This is easy. And Team Liquid just came around the back. Meza wreaking havoc with that Winston that last fight, probably in that Primal Rage. I think they got caught up, just ignored AZK. Big plays for days. And now they got 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Yeah, a little bit more wiggle room.
Yeah, much more wiggle room. But the pressure's still on. I mean, this is an uncomfortable spot. Taking the second point's hard.
Yeah.
And we saw Complexity do it a lot more cleanly than Liquid, but then Liquid on that side, like if that was the way that Liquid performed,
yeah,
I mean, we'd be looking at like possibly match point for Liquid instead. So coming through the clutch, but the rest of the time, I mean, where does that play the rest of the time? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. All right, well, here we go. First point. It's going to be actually really crucial because Complexity needs to take this quick to give themselves as much time as possible for that point number 2. And right off the bat, they're sort of getting stopped in their tracks. JKW taken down already.
Nicholas finds a kill, return for ID, but AZK picks up Nicholas. Waz going to get a takedown. Torque and Joe Meister doing a little bit of work. He's shaking and baking right here, but Waz got to stick to this target now.
Left orb shaking, right orb baking.
Torque's still alive, but not going to be able to find it here. Under a lot of pressure. Oh, does mech the Diva. Dragon's available. Well, hey, that's first point.
Team Liquid's going to need to have a valiant defense for point number 2. 4 minutes and some change left for Complexity to get this done. Not any huge ultimates right now. They do have Dragon Blade, but nothing really else to follow this up. This is going to be on Torque and Nicholas to try and make this happen. Hardblue, if he can land a good Graviton Surge and combine that with a Dragon Blade.
Oh, we're looking at the Dragon Blade right now. Torque's finding his way in. Diva's not the right target.
He's not hitting anything.
Can't find a kill for it. There's one on the Mesrar. Can't find a second on the Shake. Gonna get in the back there. There's that self-destruct. ID into Hang picking up kills. Torque, decent job with the backline. Finds ID as well, but too much lost, I think, at this point.
Yeah. And that first wave held off from Team Liquid fantastically. And I mean, I said it was going to be on Torque, but Torque just jumped in, didn't really find anything.
Yeah.
They were able to take out Mesrar, but that's exactly what Team Liquid wants. They want those prolonged fights. They want their tanks dying first because that's how they're going to win these. and they were able to just take out Shake and take out Nicholas. And once they did that, it was basically just game over. And now that's starting to dwindle. They use some big ultimates there. They do have some of the defensive ones up now. See if Complexity can make this push.
Yeah, it's a lot of ultimates available for Liquid, though. So here we go. The off right side fight. Nicholas looking at that back line. Can't quite pick it up. Dehang doing a great job staying alive there. There's the Transcendence dropped as well. There's the beat drop for Complexity, though. This life extension is what they need. ID's going to drop. Mesrar falling as well. Dehang picks up 1 kill onto Nicholas, but Torque uncontested. There's the Dragon Blade. Gonna pick up Dehang. Looking for more.
This could be it.
That's it. They're just all dead. I mean, he was looking for more, but they're all dead.
He's waiting at the spawn point now. They might have done it.
Boom! Wait, not quite. That's a knockoff.
Contested right at the end.
Complexity gonna take this point as well with 2:20 left on the clock. Yeah, we'll get an official word on exactly what this is. I mean, no time remaining for the other side. As far as I know, this is like a tiebreaker point. Oh, they just get another chance to attack because they have 2:20 left. That's right.
Yeah.
So if they take another point here, that's it.
Yeah.
Nah. 2:20 to take point 1. Wow, now the pressure's really on Liquid. This is tough.
This is nearly impossible.
Yeah, but you can see the kind of desperation being shown here.
2 minutes and 20 seconds doesn't seem like a lot. But when you're on Temple of Anubis,
that's an eternity.
That's an eternity. Open the floodgates.
Yeah. What's the world they were trapped in where you went into that portal and time slowed down for you, but it's sped up for the outside world? Not Narnia. It's Greek mythology is what I'm thinking of. I can't believe I don't remember this. All right, analogy ruined. My apologies. All right, Liquid kind of desperation here with ID on Pharah and Dehang on the Mercy, trying to get those ults built to hold this first point.
Here we go.
Damage there. Just rushing in. Well, ID's going to get dropped by Torque straight away. The rest of the team is melting away. Look at all the damage across the board. Mesrar's going to get dropped by Nicholas here. AZK likely to get found pretty soon.
Well, Joe Meister did fall, but there's now 4 dead for Team Liquid.
Yeah.
This might be over a lot faster than I thought it was going to be.
Well, that's going to do it. Liquid is not going to get back to this one. Complexity is going to take the map and take the series 3-1 versus Team Liquid.
There she blows. The GGs come out from both sides. And that is going to be Complexity become your Week 1 Kings of the Hill. Play the match JKW on Reinhardt. Curious to see this one.
Just good old swinging away.
Just good old swinging away. That's what it's all about.
Oh, that's the Reinhardt I like to see, and finish it up with the Earth Shatter.
He got like 5 kills.
Yeah, great play from Complexity. Just fantastic teamwork from them. You can see why I was considering them vying for second spot, of course, behind NB. But a very strong team. Their roster's been together for quite a while now. Every one of their plans seems to be figured out. And Nicholas and Torque, whew, what a performance from them.
Yeah, definitely some top-tier playmakers. But the thing about the Complexity is they have so many threats. You know, I got to give a big shout out to Hardblue for playing that flex role today.
Yep.
You know, had some nice switches there. He played some Reaper some games, Zarya a lot of the time, and JKW saw play of the game there. You know, your team is defined by how many playmakers you have in your team total. It's not about just the damage dealers. Yep. Liquid, it felt like, you know, AZK was holding a lot of the weight of that team on his shoulders.
Yeah.
You know, when they would win maps, when they would win pushes, it was on the back of his playmaking. But it seemed like there were so many more threats on Complexity, which led to so much more consistency.
Yep.
And I'm excited to see them play next week, as they'll be the Kings.
Yep. $1,000 in the pocket and return it next week for a chance for another. But maybe you could be the team taking on Complexity in this next week of King of the Hill coming up.
Yeah, if you think you have a ragtag crew of 6 individuals who may or may not be better at Overwatch than the teams you saw today, you can sign up for the next King of the Hill Open at esl.gg/KOTH OW. This week we had 4 invited teams. For following weeks, we'll have 1 invited team. They'll play against the team that wins the Open, and then that team will go against the King. So you have a much better shot, so make sure you get on there, sign up. There are limited spots available, so if you don't get in this week, you should make sure you get in that next week. But I think there's enough spots to where most of those Overwatch teams are going to be able to get in. It's a great place to start. Yeah, should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, great spots to just build team experience too. Yeah. Like if you're just trying to get teamwork to work together. Yeah, just want to have fun even. Yeah. It's a great spot to step up the game a little bit and see what you can compete for.
Yeah. Make sure you guys also follow the Twitch channel. We'll be broadcasting the Overwatch King of the Hill as well as Hearthstone, if that floats your boat as well, for the next 7 weeks. So make sure you guys follow the channel and be notified every single Tuesday for more Overwatch action. And Admirable, it's been a fun day today. Oh, yeah. Had a pleasure casting some Overwatch with you. We hope you guys enjoyed it. You have any final words before we close out the stream?
Yeah, I'd just love to hear anyone's feedback. If you have anything, you can tweet at AsimoCutie for TJ or at That's Admirable for me. Let us know what you thought of it, because I'm really curious what y'all thought, too. This is our first time casting Overwatch, and I had a blast today. A lot of great play today, a lot of great teamwork, and special shout out to Sody Pop.
Special shout out to Sody Pop.
For being my favorite team name today.
Yeah, special shout out to Route 66 for being my favorite map today. But once again, a big congratulations to Complexity for taking that King of the Hill. But that's going to do it for us here at the ESL King of the Hill. So from myself, from That's Admirable, from the entire broadcast crew, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.